Okay, part three. So again, just a quick review. I am talking about the Dean Zelinsky private label, LaVoce, Italian for the voice. It has three distinct voices. It has the humbuckers, single coil splits, and it has the available piezo or piezo, and the blendable format of that, which gives you kind of a passable 12-string sound almost in my world. So going back over my objections or issues with this. Let me turn down the volume on this thing. My biggest problem is the Z-Glide neck. If I had one piece of advice for Dean Zelinsky, who I have never met, I have talked or corresponded with his people on the internet several times, not about this particular issue, but just in general on stuff. And I will say, they've always been great about answering. I've never, ever had a problem with Dean Zelinsky's company. He's only located about 100 miles from where I am. I would love to go down to the store at some point. If I had one piece of advice for Dean, if anybody he knows happens to come across this, it's this. I know you offer a LaVoce Junior that doesn't have the piezo. And as much as I love a piezo, with the new technology in amp modeling, you can almost simulate that through an acoustic simulator. I'm willing to live with that. I would love a model of this. Same size, same weight, same neck shape, everything without the Z-Glide. This Z-Glide is what really killed it for me. There is one other thing that I am not thrilled about on this. And it's just my foible. I like tone knobs. I've basically found there's two different schools of thought on this, and maybe there's more, and I'm just not, I'm just dumb enough to only know two. There are those people who don't want a tone knob, they just want volume to control everything. Volume is tone. That's what Stan, my guitar guy, jokingly told me. There are those of us who, if I had a perfect guitar, I would have one volume knob and two tone knobs. But realistically, if I'm going to have to go on with it, give me two volume and two tone. And ideally, Reverend's bass knob adjuster, which is just amazingly cool. I hate that there is no tone knob on this thing. It drives me bonkers. What I will say, and the reason that I primarily got this was watching the videos that Dean himself put out, the Dean Zelinsky propaganda films, and John Bollinger's review. Now, for anybody who's ever watched anything that John does, John Bollinger, I've never met him, but he's absolutely flipping phenomenal. The guy could pick up, a $2 Hello Kitty guitar from Goodwill and make it sound amazing. If you have a light touch, and I think if you were maybe more inclined to shredding, this would be an amazing guitar for you. Especially if you want the ability to go between genres, this would be it. If you're like me, kind of a heavy-handed, slow, methodical chunker, this thing is the Widowmaker. It's crippling and it's arthritic. So if anybody gets back to Dean, and this is not a slight against this guitar, I have no problems with this whatsoever. My guitar guy Stan, he had a problem with the fact that you got to cram two humbuckers, coil splitters, and a piezo in this thin little body here. This looked like a flippin' octopus rave on the inside, which is probably why the guy who flipped out the original humbuckers did such a horrible job with it. I would like to see a model of this without the Z-Glide. I'll do another video at some point in time talking about the other guitars that I have, but So anyways, as I bid fond-adieu to this gorgeous instrument, and I wish the best of luck to its new owner, I more or less broke even after I looked at all the costs that I had to put into it. Not the best thing in the world, but what are you going to do? We all make mistakes. The LaVoce is great if you're the right kind of player. If you can, and this is a hard thing to do, I read a YouTube review somewhere on a site where a guy was pulling one of these apart on the inside to show its mess of wires. You need to play this thing for a while to truly appreciate whether or not the neck will work for you. Okay? Thanks a lot for your time, guys. God bless. Peace and love. Signing off.